You just started streaming and you want everything to look great. So you decide to stream at 1080p 60 because obviously the higher quality is going to be pulling in the most amount of viewers, right? Well, not exactly. Let me tell you why that's not right and why you may actually want to be streaming at 720p 60 FPS instead. So whenever you first install OBS Studio or Streamlabs OBS, it'll always prompt you to either go through and automatically set settings according to your computer's hardware, or to go through and let you manually configure these settings. And honestly, the manual probably is the best way to go about it, not letting it automatically do things. While, I mean, automatically is, well, the easier way to go about it, it's probably worth it to go through and try and learn just a little bit about OBS Studio, be able to make everything look better and run better. So 1080p 60 is something that I see a lot of beginner streamers do, and there's technically nothing wrong with it, but let me tell you why it's probably not worth it for you to do it in the first place. First of all, the way Twitch handles this resolution in FPS, they really don't give you enough bitrate to actually make it look good without having either an extremely beefy streaming CPU, or you end up needing to just have a completely dedicated streaming PC. Secondly, if you're just streaming and gaming on the same computer and you're doing this resolution in FPS, it could actually be causing you a really big performance hit. And it could be why, if you're lagging, well, the streaming and gaming could be your culprit, and possibly dropping the resolution to something like 720p 60 FPS could fix a lot of things. A lot of reviewers are going to be watching wirelessly, and if they're watching off of something like cellular data or possibly just home Wi-Fi and their connection isn't that strong, the amount of bitrate that you're pushing out to them, it may actually be too much and they may leave. Yes, Twitch does provide things such as quality options, but you may not always get that, and this is also assuming that your viewer cares enough to try and change those options. If you're one of the streamers that let OBS do its own thing and set everything according to your hardware, don't worry, I can show you how you can make these changes yourself. For Streamlabs OBS, you'll go down to the bottom left and click the gear. Then you're going to click where it says video. Verify that output scaled resolution is 1280 by 720 and that your FPS is set to 60. After that, we're going to click output. Then we're going to make sure that your output mode is set to advanced. If it's set to simple, just click advanced. Make sure the software encoder is x264, that your rate control is CBR, your bitrate is 4500, your keyframe interval is 2, and then after that, you're able to try and figure out what you want for your CPU usage preset. It's probably going to default it very fast, but now since you're going to be streaming at 720p 60, you may actually be able to put a little bit slower preset, and the slower the preset, the better the quality. So feel free to try to go with faster or fast. Once you've clicked it, go ahead and click done. For OBS Studio, go down to the bottom right, click settings, click video. Make sure that your output scaled resolution is 1280 by 720. Your common FPS value is 60. Then click output. Make sure output mode is set to advanced. If it's set to simple, just click on it, then click advanced. Make sure the encoder is x264, that your rate control is actually CBR, your bitrate is 4500, and that you have a CPU usage preset that's anywhere from faster to fast. The slower it is, the better the quality. Now, because you're going to be streaming at a lower resolution, you'll have a chance of being able to go just a little bit slower for the preset. Once you've found it, go ahead, click apply, then OK.